Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Sister, do you ever feel like you're constantly putting out fires in your life? You know, where the shitstorm continues and you're wondering, like, at what point is this going to stop? Can I just catch a break? Can we just slow down with the constant shitstorm of crises, stuff that I have to deal with on a regular basis with my marriage, with my kids, with business, with my body? Now listen, if you are in a place where you constantly feel that stuff's going on, I think you seriously have to reevaluate what is happening in your life. What has been true for me is that there is no way that you can avoid the shitstorm days. Like, you just can't. There is no, well, I thought I was past all this stuff and I've gotten to here, and why is this stuff still happening? Because it's called life, sister. You will be met with resistance along the way during this path of creating life of more. But if you constantly have stuff going on, what has been true for me and what I've seen with my clients is there's a lack of clarity on knowing what you want. And so what happens is when you don't know what you want, you just will talk about let me rephrase that. When you don't, that's correct. When you don't know what you want, you're only actually pointing out the shit that you don't like in your life. So the simple question of what do you want, albeit sounds like a really simple question. When I ask this to women that are inside the sisterhood, that were in group coaching programs, that come to my live events of what do you want, it often is the one that stumps them the most. Now, it's not my intention to do that, but it is a fundamental question. It's one that most people have never asked themselves. They'll go, well, I don't like when my husband does this, and I don't like when he shows up like this, and I don't like when he doesn't help with the kids. I don't like when my kids talk back with me. I don't like when clients don't pay. I don't like when I feel tired all the time. I don't. It's like, wait a second, what do you want then? And that can become a hard question. And what some women will do when this question is asked of them is they'll try to figure out, wait a second, if I talk about what I do want, what if I can't get it? Or what if I don't know how to get it? It's like, no. None of those things are relevant. You have to first figure it out. What do you want? Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the if it's possible. And honestly, some of that stuff really comes down to, well, am I worthy of this? I don't know if I'm deserving of this. I'm not ready. I'm not enough. I'm not. So some of it can certainly come from that space. But clarity on what you want, sister, is so fundamental to this whole fucking game. That if you don't have that, you're going to feel like putting out fires. Might as well like put your firefighter's cap on and like, woo, siren on top of your car. Like, here we go. Here's my life. Constantly putting out fires. Again, they're going to happen. They're going to happen within this life. You can't think that somehow you're just on this path that's, paved with unicorns and rainbows and like everything's and ponies and everything's so fucking great. Like, no, that's not it. But if it's constantly happening in life, you really got to reassess, am I clear on the things that I want? So how do you get there, right? How do you get there? So, you can fast track it and come out to say like my live events, which the next one is called The Evolution, which if you feel called to be here for the next one, as I record this, the next one is February 2018. Where I live in Victoria, BC, Canada, beautiful Victoria. So you need to go here, drkarenosborne.com/theevolution. Watch the short video and you can apply from there. So at a live event removed from husband and kids and business and everything else, there is an opportunity for you to really like fast track this, right? So if that's what you want, you got to apply for the live event. Like this is a way to do it. So how about for the 99% of you where this is not where you are? Well, you need to open up a journal and start fucking writing. What do I want? And you might sit there for a while, sister, and look at a blank page and just be like, I have no clue. I remember a client that I worked with about a year and a half ago that had invested so much into her children for all of her life. And now her kids are teens. And they're getting ready to kind of like leave the nest soon or within a couple of years. And when the question was posed of her is like, what do you want? It was like, I don't know. I'm so used to helping everybody else get what they want. I haven't really thought about what I want. And listen, for a lot of you, and this might be true for you, when it comes to motherhood, that often is the path, is what a lot of women actually go to. And what's really, glorified in our society is sacrificing self for the sake of your children. It sounds so nice, doesn't it? It sounds like a should. Well, this is what motherhood should be about. I'll just lose myself and everything's about my kids. And you can still talk to a lot of women and men in society that somehow thinks that that's the way it should be. That's not the game that I play. And I actually do not feel that's the right thing to do. Because what pops out the other ends is women like this client who are just at a point where they're like, I don't know who I am anymore. Because it's all been about everybody else. See, I don't think that you need to sacrifice who you are in service of others. I think that's absolute bullshit. Run yourself into the ground and take care of other people. How does that make any sense? How does that show others how to show up in life? If you don't take care of you, but you take care of them, okay, yeah, don't do what I do, but let me just do what I tell you to do. That's bullshit. People don't believe what you say, they believe what you do. So what is it that you want? You sit down with a journal and you start thinking, if I had the marriage of my dreams, what would they look like? Stop with the, well, it's not him, or he won't do it, or it's not going to happen, or it's too late. Take all that shit and put it aside. And only be in the place of, what do I want? If the world was ideal, if I had everything that I wanted, it would look like this. My body and my health would look like this. My relationship with my children would look like this. My business and my work would look like this. And it's not going to necessarily be something you sit down at Starbucks and jam it out in 30 minutes. It'll be the start of it. It'll be the beginning. And here's the other piece of this too, sister. It's going to change. What you want can certainly change. What I wanted 8 years ago was different than what it is now, or 8 months ago can be different than what I actually want now, because I'm changing, evolving. This life of more is about expansion, is about becoming more of who you are. And that means the deeper that you go down the rabbit hole of you, the deeper that the layers get peeled off and all the bullshit and all the stories and all the drama and all the stuff, and you start to really understand who you are, there's a deeper understanding, and it doesn't stop. You don't go, here's who I am, period. I'm done. Okay, what's on Netflix now? What's the newest show? Let's binge watch that shit. Waste away my life. There will be a deeper and a deeper level to this, sister, which is incredible, because that means, yes, you're not ever done. And that means you are continually having the opportunity presented in front of you to create who you want yourself to be. That's the gift of your life. And it doesn't have to be about putting out fires every single fucking day. Yes, those are going to happen. But if you actually take the time to get clear on what you want, why that matters to you, and commit to taking the action to get there, you will start to notice that your life is a lot less about putting out fires, and it's a lot more about building the life that you fucking want and desire. And I can tell you right now, living both those sets of lives, if you will, this life that I speak of, it's a hell of a lot more fun. The other thing, it's draining, it's exhausting, it's stifling, It's numbing, it's sedating. It's not the way your life has to be, sister. So here's your more tip for today. I want you to take 60 minutes over the next over the next week, 60 minutes over the next week. So this could be 10 minutes at a time. It could be you sit your ass down at Starbucks or get yourself up earlier for an hour, one day out of the next 7 days. But over the next 7 days, I want you to invest 60 minutes in journaling. What do I want in these 4 areas, these 4 more pillars? What do I want in my marriage? What do I want with my body, with my business/work? And what do I want with my children? And get some clarity on this, sister. Now, there's more to do with this. So for those of you that really want to dive deeper into these types of questions and these types of experiences and really have some live time with me as well as other women that are like you, then you need to head over right now to this and sign up for your 7-day free trial of the Sisterhood. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com/sisterhood. But listen, some of you right now, I've realized, don't even get my Women Wanting More newsletter. It's like, what? What the hell? You were missing out on VIP access to new programs, special events, things that I give away. You get VIP access being on that newsletter. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com. And you can actually, when you do opt in for the newsletter, which is right on the main page with my big face, you're going to see when you go in, you're going to get the More For Action Guide, which is learning how to do the More For and how to start your day in power. In addition to, sister, I want you to share up this episode. Listen, I do this for free because it's part of who I am. It's part of my mission. It's part of creating this movement and this revolution of women that want more within their life. But you got to share this up. We got to keep this going. This is not just for you and me and the others that listen to the podcast right now. I need your help in spreading this message to more women. And so I want you to share this episode with one woman in your life that you know needs to hear this particular message today. So I will talk next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.